Baylor women's volleyball has added 2 international student athletes to the 2025 roster. Who are they? Where they're from? Apologize for looking out because I can't memorize all this stuff. And I will try to put the names in the title. If there's not enough characters into it, I'll just say they added to like a transfer and a freshman from international countries or something to that point. And the first one is a transfer from Syracuse and Anastasiia Nikolnikova, and she is from Kiev, Ukraine, KYIV, and she was only at Syracuse for 1 year. Prior to that, she was at Southern Idaho, and I'm going to go over the numbers for this past year. And first things first, though, she is a 6'4" middle blocker. And Southern Idaho is a JUCO, by the way, so if there's another Diego Pavia situation, she could have another year of eligibility. And she did play in 85 sets this year out of 116 for the whole team. And she had 141 kills on 322 attempts with 36 attacking errors. 4 assists, 18 serves aces, 7 serves errors, 31 digs, 99 blocks, 16 of those solo, and 3 blocking errors. So that's already some good accolades right there. And the blocks, by the way, was the most on the team. And prior, like she was at when she was at the JUCO level at Southern Idaho, she helped her squad to a 25-8 record in the 2023 season, punching their ticket to the JUCO national tournament, and she was the 2023 Region 18 Player of the Year, first team All-American in the JUCO ranks, and finished second in the nation with a hitting percentage of .395 in 2023. And she was top 20 in the country with 1.1 blocks per set in 2023. And across 2 seasons, she's played 126 sets with over 36 matches played and led the team in kills on 327 kills on 139 blocks, and recorded 32 digs that year, her last year in the JUCO level. And prior to her collegiate career, she earned second place at the Ukrainian National School Championship and was part of the Junior National Volleyball Under 16 team. So that's some accolades right there that makes this a great pickup. Now the other one is from Minsk, Belarus, and the player is Kseniya Rahmanchyk, Kseniya. That's just for the first name. Rakhmanchyk. And she is an outside hitter that ranges from 5'11" to 6'1", because 180 centimeters is 5'11". Yeah, 5'10" actually, but still 180 centimeters is on 5'10" and .86666. Though one YouTube highlight I actually saw on YouTube list her as 6'1.5". So either way, between 5'10" and 6 foot. Outside hitter. And I'm going to just go over the accolades because she obviously does not have any stats. And she played for a club team, RGUOR 2008, and graduated with honors in high school. And she comes in with a host of accolades, including a first place finish in the national tournament in Belarus, earning the Gold Talent Award. She placed first in Eurasia/Russia Intercontinental Tournament, Confederation of International States, the CIS Championship, and under 18 Novosibirsk Novosibirsk International Tournament. She placed first place at the Olympic Days of Youth Tournament 5 times and was a captain. She earned a Belarus National Championship and the Best Outside Hitter award, and she's won the Best Outside Hitter award with RGUOR, the junior national team for Belarus, each year. That's some accolades right there. Both of these are great pickups, to say the least, and it does increase the roster to 17 players. I don't know about Glory and Bilo now, and that's kind of why I took that video down recently, actually, because I have not seen her listed on the roster yet, for 1, and 2, she's not getting followed on Instagram by one of the coaches or her teammates, to say the least. So, but it's a TBD on that, but I don't know I wouldn't think it's going to apply here now, but, and obviously the middle outside hitter was a little small in terms of the number of players, to say the least. I mean, they only had 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Now you have 5, and then you add an opposite, so 6. Now, middle blocker is a lot, to say the least. I mean, now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, potentially. And you got to keep in mind that Gabrielle at 6, the transfer from Florida, did have knee surgery last year. So, and it wouldn't shock me if one of those middle blockers does go to opposite, or even when the outsiders could play opposite, just to give a little bit more depth for the year. And obviously I will break down the ceiling and the floor for this team later. Same thing goes for the roster in that same video right there. Maybe there's going to be a preseason poll for the Big 12 in volleyball. Who knows? Now, after the Big 12 decided to forget the football poll in the preseason, for the preseason poll for football for this year. So, we're going to have to wait and see what happens from here. So, and it's not like the Big 12 is some amazing conference last year in volleyball. It wasn't. No teams that made it to the Sweet 16 or further. So I'm just saying, and that's including host teams from last year. A few of those, they couldn't get the job done, and I know Baylor was one of them. I know, but you get the whole point. And by the way, I just did notice that Bree Denny, she was listed as redshirt junior previously. Now she's a senior. I don't know. I don't think she's going to get that much playing time, but it does increase the number of seniors to Gabrielle at 6, Manuel Bimbembe, obviously the Syracuse transfer, that's 3, and then Bree Denny, that's 4. But you never know with the Syracuse transfer, with the JUCO stuff. Will it happen again in a year from now? I don't know. And it does increase the freshman class as well to 4 players, because you got Bailey Warren, highly accoladed, so coming in, Morgan Masson, and Lauren Weesey. And I really do like the options they have at outside hitter now, for sure. I mean, Mary Jane McCurdy as an MJ McCurdy. You got her as a transfer. She was really good at Texas State last year. Then you got Kendall Murphy back. Hopefully she's recovering from surgery, because I did see on Instagram that she's rehabbing from something, but still. And obviously you got Bailey Warren, really good out of high school, and her sister Brielle Warren, she was really good at high school. She was just underused at Purdue. So I do like the options there now. And obviously the opposite, and Grace Carroll, yeah, she's good. So I'm not worried about the number of options. And like I said, what if they're moving at one of those middle blockers to opposite, just to give a little bit more depth right there? Wouldn't shock me if they did. Or some of the outside hitters maybe at times could play opposite as well. We'll have to wait and see, and we already know about the schedule and everything like that. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like, subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 800 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So my mind, this course, like video, comment video really helps YouTube algorithm. Some more people see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people could watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit the subscribe button for the notification bell as well. And as we all know, with the house settlement, there is limits for new limits in terms of roster for the sport in women's volleyball, which is 18, I believe. So they only technically have one spot remaining. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens if they do end up adding somebody else last minute like they did here. Or maybe Gloria Bilo really is going to play at Baylor. I don't know. Because it doesn't show on the roster right now. And yet I noticed that like on Instagram, but none of the coaches have followed her or her teammates at all in all this. I do not know about that situation. But either way, I feel better about the roster overall with these two additions here today. I really do. You gotta have depth. Now you have it.